Hi everyone, I'm Eliana, the founder of Human Systems Technology, a method of reprogramming the subconscious and awakening the DNA. It's an energy work that can help you change what brings discomfort and pain in any aspect of your life, and that can happen fast, effectively, and permanently. I welcome you to our tonight's live event on Facebook, From Disappointment to Success, an event that we run every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Dubai time. And during this time, we look at your to, what might sabotage you from being more successful than you are today. Tonight, before we move on with our tonight teachings, I would like to let you know that my new e-shop is up on and running on my website, and you can find there a number of new recordings of full programs on reprogramming the subconscious. And in case that you are interested, you might take a look at it and see what is happening there. I would also would like to announce that as far as our journey to Delphi in Greece, between the 20th and 24th of June, summer solstice that is, because we have one dropout, a lady couldn't get her visa on time to be with us. There's one space, if anyone is interested and it could be available at that time. It's a very important time for energy work. Actually, summer solstice is the most important day for Earth, and you can find more information on my website. I have a whole page on it with lots and lots of information. Just in case there's anyone who's interested to get this one space available right now for the journey, please contact me in my inbox or just email me. Okay, so tonight I'll be talking about what many of you would consider like an invisible wall that they run into while they're trying to reach their goal and be successful. And it's the feeling when you know that although you work very hard, you kind of run into this invisible wall and you feel blocked. You feel that you can't pass through it, right? And this is called resistance to change, right? But this is very often resistance to change is like is running like a subconscious program. So you're not conscious about it, and when not conscious about it, you don't know what the problem is, so you cannot resolve it. Resistance is the action taken by you when you perceive change as a threat. And this is why you get scared and then you feel blocked. So, this is the thing. At some point, you decide to take a major goal in your life. But as you move along, at some point, you feel that you don't move forward. Very soon you start noticing feelings of anxiety, of uh, insecurity, some fears, disappointment, some other toxic emotions. And very often you also feel that you don't have the determination to move forward with your goal. And at that point you feel like what you want to quit and run away and forget about it. I understand that is so, for some people, it's scary to look at um, their shadow parts, but you need to remember that your shadow parts, your limitations are very good tools for you to discover the deeper parts of you, those parts that they no longer serve you, but at the same time, while you keep carrying them, they keep you stuck and they block you from moving forward, achieving your goals, and being successful. So we all know that the limitations are self-imposed. So what we need to do here is acknowledge the limitation that brings up the resistance to change, to take the responsibility and change it. Take the responsibility, do the work, get rid of it so that we are more empowered, we're more clear, and we have what it takes to move forward with our goal. I know that you might think that uh, this is all too much and too confusing, and you have no idea how to do all that and how to understand what is the real reason that brings up that resistance and keep you stuck with your success. So I will make it easy for you though by giving you a simple way that you can all use to always find out what is the reason that brings up this resistance. So what you need to do is sit somewhere where you feel comfortable. Close your eyes like we do during our meditation in these programs. You breathe in and out slowly, and you bring your body into a relaxation state. Then you take your consciousness into your heart, then you focus in your heart, okay? And you simply ask yourself, what is the fear if I get to achieve my goal? So stay focused and take the very first thing that comes in your mind as a thought or in your heart as a feeling. But you only take the very first thing that comes to you, okay? Because everything else after that are creation of your mind, and you definitely don't want to listen to that. So take the very first thing, the very first feeling, or the very first thought that comes in your mind, because that is the real reason why your highest consciousness just gave you the truth. Why is the whole thing happening to you? So then you need to accept your reality, right? You need to acknowledge it. Take responsibility over what is happening and do the work so that you can get rid of that limiting belief, of that trauma, that fear that resides in your subconscious and is bringing up the resistance to change and keep you stuck and doesn't allow you to move forward in achieving your goals and achieving your success. So now to make it even easier for you, I will go ahead and take a look at some of the most common reasons that bring up resistance to change into most of people, because most probably some of these reasons will show up in you as well while you be asking the question to yourself, right? Okay, so let's start by looking at how clear is your goal. It is very important that once you decide to do something, you make it very clear of what your goal is. The best thing to do is to write it down with every detail, so that from time to time you go back and look at it and remind of yourself. It will take you some time, okay, to complete that work in describing in detail what your goal is, but it's something very important for you that you need to keep in your drawer and look at it from time to time. Remind yourself what is where you want to get at, so that you know at each time uh, what is that you need to do or change so that you succeed. So the next thing is the fear of the unknown. This is a biggie for many people. Many people have this fear of not knowing what to expect with a new situation, because when you achieve a new goal, a big goal in your life, it means that there is a lot of change, that is a major change that is coming in your life. And many people are worrying about this new situation that they never had experienced before, right? It's the fear about the new. Next is the lack of confidence. Oh my God, this fear, you will find very few people admitting it. But because most of people, uh, before they take on a goal, they feel that they are very much competent, right? And along the way, uh, when they run into difficulties or when they run into the resistance to bring that significant change that will help them to move forward, then they feel that they lack competence. Connected to the old way of doing things. This is something that um, is very common among people, and you can see it happening a lot in corporations as well. When you want to bring a change, in the company or in your life, it's the same thing. You see how people resist to learn something new, to shift from the old way of doing things to the new way of doing things. So this is the difficulty that right there. So low trust. Sometimes you feel that you don't have enough trust of if you can manage the new situation. Okay, if you have the ability to manage the new situation after you reach your goal. Exhaustion is a very common thing as well because uh, you know people when they decide when they set a goal, they usually are very dedicated, and they devote themselves to that, so they work hard to reach their goal, and that might bring exhaustion. So at the given moment that they need to bring a change, along their path so that they can move forward, they might feel that they're so overwhelmed that they don't have the energy to do that. Not being consulted, it might be another something, because that happened to me as well. Because 9 years ago, when I started a shift from being in the corporate world as a general manager into change my studies and going professionally on uh, the spiritual world. That was a big change for me as well. And in doing many things, I didn't have enough knowledge because it was a completely new thing for me. And until I found, certain people to teach me things and show me how to do different things, and especially all this about technology, then yes, I was lacking information of how to do the work. So then, um, after said all that, you understand that once you find out what the real reason is for bringing up the resistance to change in achieving your goal, you need to acknowledge it. You need to accept your reality. It's very important that when you run into a difficulty in your life, okay, in any aspect of your life, it's very important that you accept your reality. You need to accept of what is happening to you. Accepting your reality, it doesn't mean that you agree with that or you like it. It's like you're abused by your boss at work. You need to accept that this is the fact, that this is what is happening every day when you go to work. That doesn't mean that you need to agree with his or her behavior or you need to like it, but you need to acknowledge it and accept your reality. Because once you accept it, it comes your power. Once you accept your reality, then you get to choose of what you need to do about it, because you have the freedom and the power to choose of what you want to do about it. This is your power. Okay, the power is your power is that you can make a choice to stay there and take it, or leave, or do something different that I don't know you might think of. Okay, so having said all that, the easiest thing of getting rid any limiting program, any trauma, any fear, any doubt, uh, you know, that you might feel, that is running in your subconscious, is by doing a reprogramming work, uh, running a reprogramming work, as we're doing here every Tuesday during these programs with the human systems technology method, where we calling the energy of internal consciousness. It runs through your human system into your subconscious. It pulls out what is a limiting belief or a trauma or a fear for you, and it allows it to be substituted by your highest consciousness, to be substituted by a new, healthy, strong program that change you into a more empowered person with a clear way of thinking and see things with a broader consciousness, so that you can move on and achieve your goals and bring in success in your life. So, this is what we'll be doing tonight as well. And I would like you to get ready for reprogramming your subconscious so that you are successful. So, make yourself comfortable, close your eyes. You can lay down if you like, if that makes you feel more comfortable, that's fine. Close your eyes and start breathing in and out slowly. Start breathing in and out, and feel how your body relaxes from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet. Now imagine that you are in a pyramid of white light. It's the energy of eternal consciousness. Keep on breathing in and out, and allow this beautiful sacred energy to fill every cell of your body. As you're breathing in and out, feel that on a molecular level, your body is expanding, and and this beautiful sacred light, it fills every cell of your body. And as you're expanding within this beautiful light, you become one with it. So allow the energy to bring in the energy of change is my best friend to take me where I want to be. Allow this beautiful energy to run through all your chakras, to fill every cell of your heart, fill every cell of your body, and expand in your aura. Allow the energy to teach you. Allow the energy to release all negative associations you have ever made with change. Change is a disaster. Change is pain. Change is loss. Change is losing a loved one. Change is luck. Change is abuse. Allow the energy to remove it from your heart. in your human system forever, and replace it with beautiful, empowering new information about how change can be your best friend. So every time you need to bring a change in your life, you feel absolutely fine with it. You feel comfortable with it. You feel strong with it. You feel joy, happiness, balanced, empowered, safe, confident. Allow the energy to bring in the energy of I know when, how, and why to move forward in my life in confidence. And allow this beautiful sacred energy to bring in this new information and wisdom from your highest consciousness. Allow the energy to teach you um, of having the discernment or when to choose to go ahead with a change in your life. Allow the energy to release the energy of I resist the new life that change can bring me. Allow the energy to release that. Allow the energy to remove that resistance to put up with the change that can bring more beautiful things in your life. Okay, let's allow the energies of self love and self compassion to come through because I feel that you bring up a lot of resistance in your heart to the energy of change. So allow self love and self compassion to come through. Feel the energy of self love and self compassion, filling every cell of your heart, and helping your heart to expand into, into love and compassion for you, to empower you, to make you feel safe. Now allow the energy to release the resistance to change. And allow your thoughts to go wherever they need to go and bring back to you memories of associating change with a negative experience. Allow the energy to release them from your heart forever. So now allow the energy to bring through the energy of I have the trust I need to safely navigate transitions. And allow the energy to release the pattern that keeps you in resistance at a soul level. And allow the energy to run through the times that you were a baby in the womb of your mother, and allow the energy to release the pattern of resistance to change that you took on from your mother. So now allow the energy to bring through. I know how to transform fear to magic and resistance to miracles. So allow the energy to bring through this beautiful energy into your heart. Okay, now allow the energy to to connect you to your new energies and the new vibration of your heart. Because every time after you do a reprogramming of your conscious, of your subconscious, you're having you're a different person, so you vibrate in a different way. So allow the energy to connect you to your new energies, your new vibration. Okay, now take a deep breath in, bring your consciousness to your heart, and open up your eyes. Okay, everyone. I hope you liked our session today. Um, getting rid the resistance to change every time that you face it is very important. It's crucial for you, and I need to tell you that resistance is the most common thing for everyone to move forward with their life, whether whether what they want to achieve uh, is a success in business, at work, in sports, in relationships, anything. It's the resistance to change is the most common thing. And again, if you feel, I need to remind you that what we do here every Tuesday during these programs is part of the work that it needs to be done. Of course, it's very helpful. But if anyone feels that they need further help, then I will be very glad to help them. So you guys just get in contact with me through my through Messenger or through an email. And again, I would like to remind you that my e-shop, my new e-shop is up, and you can check it out. You'll find there new recordings on reprogramming the subconscious. Maybe there's something there that interests you. And also remember to let me know if there's any one of you who would like to take on this place of this lady that couldn't come on to Journey to Delphi um, on between the 20th and 24th of June. A very important journey for anyone who would like to open up their awareness to higher levels. Summer solstice is the most important time for all spiritual people and for all beings on earth, right? Okay, So I will let you go. I wish you to have a lovely evening. Take care of yourselves. Love yourselves. Love yourselves first and before you love anybody else. And I will see you next Tuesday, 8 p.m. Dubai time. Have a lovely evening.